Previously on Survivor. After Moose was voted out by Fire, Dakota, and Spiky, Josh was very angry.
Fire flipped. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
With the help of a clue and his friend Dakota, Fluffy found the idol underneath the fire.
Wow, this is huge.
But at the reward challenge,
everyone's going to drop their buffs.
2 new tribes were formed. And at immunity, Wally won for Tavulo, sending Nakuti to Tribal Council. And Dakota got her revenge on Josh, sparing Mimi even though he was a large target. 11 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Seriously, Lax, thank yous everyone for saving me. It means a lot.
You've got more value than Josh ever did. You're part of our team. But don't get too comfortable. Yeah, you're probably right. Somehows, some ways, I made it through the votes. And I'm just happiest to be here because every day as it survives is one day closest to making the merges and seeing my friends again. Off to beds. So we all agree, next to go is Mimi, right? Of course. But Spiky, you can't say things like that to him. The minute he gets paranoid, that's when things get crazy. We're fine. He knows he's in trouble. It's us 4. We're good to go. Yeah, guys, we're good. It's hard being aligned with Spiky because at the worst times, he speaks without thinking. And the problem is, Fire's at the other camp right now, so it's up to me to kind of control him and keep him in check. But it's worth it for us because he's a number, even if I don't trust him. Dakota and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, and oftentimes it leads to arguments. But at the same time, I'm here for the $1 million, so if we fight every so often, I'll just weather the storm and keep it going because we've got an alliance and that's keeping me safe, so I'm fine. As a former winner of the show, I know that the best way to form an alliance is through excellent social bonds. And Spring and I have that connection as winners, so I've got that with him. But the other players in this game right now who are powerful are Sharky and Wally. So for me, I want to form a friendship with them and hopefully build up that trust. Lenny, hello. Hey guys, how you feeling right now? Personally, I love this tribe. I think we're strong, I think we have great friendships here, and I hope that we can win the next challenge. Yes, and I do hope the merge is soon. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? That's where the fun really begins. Yeah. Lenny's very nice, but when he chats with us, it's just kind of awkward. It almost feels like he's trying to talk to us just to make an alliance, and I'm definitely wary of it, and I feel like Wally is too. I think the more players you know, the better. The more friendships you have, the more alliances you have. Spring, we're kind of hoping to hear where your head's at right now with the tribe. I like Lenny a lot. What about you guys? He's a bit awkward, but I can see us working with him.
especially if you trust him a lot.
I'm telling you guys, that winter bond is something different. So I guess right now we're just feeling it out between Lenny and Turtle? Yeah, I do trust Lenny, but it's not set in stone. I'll chat with Turtle and see where he's at. It'd be good for us to know. Yeah, either way, we're good. Turtle, as you know, me, Sharky, and Spring have an alliance, and we want you in it too.
I was really hoping you'd bring it up because I do want to join you guys. I think me, you, and Mimi had a good thing going, and if we add 2 more guys in, that'd be great.
Of course, you and I are good.
I do have one thing to say though. You see, Fire and I are really good friends, and I was hoping that if it came down to a vote, we'd be able to keep him around because I do trust him quite a lot.
Well, you see, I'm not the one making all the decisions, so I can't say for certain, but I'll put in a good word.
I kind of have 2 number 1 options in the game right now. Fire or Wally and Mimi. And there's good things about both, but bad things about both too. When it comes to Wally and Mimi, I trust them a lot, and they bring me into a big alliance, but I fear that Wally's number 1 in this game is Sharky, and Mimi's number 1 in this game is Spring, not me. Whereas Fire, I'm pretty sure I'm his number 1, but he doesn't have a huge alliance, just Dakota and Spiky and the other tribe, so I'm kind of in the middle, and I want to keep both options around.
So Turtle wants to work with us, but the thing is, he trusts Fire too, and wants him in the alliance. Interesting. Well, it makes sense, they did play together and were pretty close. I just saw Fire as kind of a wild card, but he is very, very smart. As a former winner myself, I felt most comfortable so far with Lenny, just because he and I have that connection, and also he keeps the target off my back. But if Sharky and Wally feel better about Turtle, then I'm all for it, just because they're my allies and that's more important to me. The only thing is, Fire is really smart and strategic and a lot like me, and frankly, I don't want to face myself in this game. You guys know I trust you, and I trust Mimi too, and whatever you want, I'm good with. We're here together. And no matter what happens, we gotta make sure we have someone with us, because either way, in this game, 4 is pretty good, but it's not enough. I just hope Mimi's still around. This game's all about numbers, and if Mimi's still around, then we're in a great spot with 4 in the final 11. And hopefully over the next few days we can continue to build bonds and make sure that no matter what, we've got enough players in this game to keep us safe. Last night, I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning and having these really vivid nightmares. It was terrible. And the whole time in my head, I just kept replaying over and over again that Josh vote. And it wasn't that I was mad about it, but for some reason, I just saw his torch get snuffed and snuffed and snuffed all over again. And in my nightmares, I heard this voice. It was either Jeff or my dad or something, and it kept saying,
See the fire go out. The fire goes out.
And I thought to myself, watch the fire go out. At the other camp, there was an idol under the fire, and I had to put it out. And I was thinking, what if it's the same thing here? It's gotta be there. If I could find it and have 2 idols, whew! Do you realize how much power that is? The problem is, everyone's right there. And last time I had Dakota's help, but to be honest, if she knows I have 2 idols, that's more reason for her to turn on me. So I kind of want a new friend this time. Morning, Fluffy. Hey, Dakota. Hey, Spiky. How's it going, Fluffy? Good morning. Tom, we gotta talk. I've got a crazy idea, and I need your help.
What is it?
Follow me. Alright, this might sound crazy, but I think there's an idol hidden underneath the fire. What? How do you know? Just a hunch. Point is, you gotta distract those guys.
Yeah, alright. I got you, buddy. So far, Fluffy and I have been best pals, so when he asked me to help him out, I was more than willing to do it. Hopefully he finds the idol. We can be in a good spot in this game. Hey guys, let's go to the cliff. I want to show you something.
Here goes nothing. Oh boy. Come on, you better dry. Dry, dry, dry. Yes! Another one! Holy cow, this is incredible! And there it is! That's right, I got 2 idols! This is unprecedented! Alright, gotta make fire. Gotta make fire. Gotta make fire. Alright, well there's something. This really is splendid. I've got 2 idols and 2 number 1s in Dakota and Tom. They both think I have 1 idol. I mean, it couldn't be any better. Alright, there we go.
Hey Fluffy.
Oh, hey guys.
So, did you get it?
Right here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Wow, that's awesome. It's one good thing to know Fluffy is the idol, but more importantly, he trusts me. So now I have a friend with power, I'm feeling good, and hopefully he uses it in a way that benefits both of us.
We arrived back from the cliff, and Fluffy's tending to the fire. And it was a bit weird because I've only seen him look at a fire once. And I was at the other beach when he found the idol. So I'm starting to wonder, did he find an idol in the fire? And I kept thinking, and I realized, what if the whole cliff thing was a diversion, and Fluffy and Tom are working together? So I'm definitely a bit wary of Fluffy now, because I'm wondering, is he holding back information from me? If he is, that's dangerous, because 2 idols is very powerful. Survivor's a constant struggle for power, and so far in this game, I've built alliances and put myself in a position where I'm at the top. But on this tribe, the guy who's in power is Spring. He's a natural leader, and his alliance is running the game. So who better to make a friend with than the guy who you think is the biggest threat? I'm hoping the merge happens soon, and when it does, I think it'll be a battle between his alliance and mine. And the good thing is, I've kept my alliance a secret. The longer I do, the better. I gotta tell you, Spring, when I watched you in your season, I was so amazed by your strategy. I'm a huge fan. Well, it's funny you say that, because a lot of my game is based off yours. Ah, well then it's easy to see why I liked it. I want to know where your head's at, because I like your game a lot and I want to work with you. Well, you and Turtle are pretty close, right? Yeah, but he's all I got. No one else wants to work with me. I was blindsided by that Moose vote. You don't say. What went down? It was all Dakota. She's got Spiky wrapped around her finger. And Josh flipped to join her. I thought he was with us. Yeah, I knew something weird happened. Dang, that sucks. Not to invite myself, but Moose said that he really wanted to work with you, and I agreed. And even though he's gone, I still think that you and I can run this game. Honestly, I think it's a terrific idea. Us big threats, we gotta stay together. Believe me, if you don't see me as a threat, I don't see you as one either. Since I first started watching this show, Fire's a guy I really wanted to play with. And right now he's in Alliance, and we're a perfect fit. Anybody who saw Season 1 knows he's a huge strategic threat, so there's sort of a mutual respect between the two of us. I think that he's the kind of player I need on my side. I fed Spring a story about me being on the bottom, and he believed it. The lower my threat level is to him, the more he wants me in his alliance, and that works out well. And to be honest, it wasn't all lies. I do want to work with him. He's a player I respect, and having him be my friend is never a bad thing. I can't tell you how badly I want to play with Moose. I know, me too. Alright, well, good chat, but it's probably best if we're not seen talking. I just talked with Spring. Are you trying to find a spot for him with the alliance with Dakota and Spiky? Oh, heavens no. He would never work with me if he knew that. I'm just trying to help us survive until the merge.
Well, if I've got Wally, we should be good. I agree. I'm just a bit nervous about Lenny.
I know that you and I are pretty close, but do you think that Wally and Sharky trust me? Well, I've been working on it, but they definitely don't feel as close to you as I do. I totally get it. Just make sure that they know, once we hit the merge, you've got a number in me. Speaking of, I have been meaning to ask you, what are your thoughts on Dakota? Dakota? She's awesome. At least in my season she was. I would say of the other tribe, probably her and Fluffy are who I trust. Alright, cool, thanks. Just trying to get a grasp on the game, you know? Yeah, of course.
It is a bit worrying that my only true friendship here is Spring, but he's very influential, so if he's feeling good about me, I feel good about myself. And besides, in my first season, I won and I didn't have many friends there. On this tribe of 6, me, Wally, and Sharky have a 3-strong alliance, which gives us options. And that's great because we do know that hard times are coming, but for right now, we're in a spot where we can prepare for that. Usually, Survivors is a very complex games, but right now, it's very simples. If we wins the challenges, I'm stayins. If we loses, I'm goins. There's no questions. Do you want us to fix the leaks in the shelters? I feel like oftentimes you'll see players on the bottom scramblings, trying to form alliances, just doing anything to stay around. But for me, I think the best strategies is building up team strengths and just hoping that if we're good teams, we'll win and I'll stay around. Mimes in the shadows. Oh! From a friend's point of view, I would hate to see Mimi go. He's the best personality in the tribe, besides me of course. But from a game standpoint, he has to go. He's part of a huge alliance, and if we want to win, he's got to go home. Oh man, guys. Seeing Mimi on the bottom's tearing me apart. I don't want to see him go home. We better win this challenge. On my first season, I was pretty cutthroat. I made a lot of enemies and that's why I lost. So this season, I vowed to build relationships and find friends. And in doing that, I've really grown close to Mimi. Actually, Tom, I've been thinking about that. See, we kind of have to vote him out.
What do you mean, Spiky? Well, think about it. Who are the most threatening players in the game? It's Mimi, Spring, Wally, and Sharky.
Yeah, the alliance from Surf vs. Turf.
Exactly. So isn't the best play to take one of them out?
Yeah, but why Mimi?
Because of the 4 of them, Mimi's the only one we can take out. He's got a point. On the other tribe, it's 3 of them against 3. At worst, that's a tie. Our best shot is against Mimi. You're not saying... Throw the challenge. Whoa, I don't know about that. Listen, I know you like Mimi, but I want to win this game. And if he's still around, that's worse for us. Alas, me, the challenge beast, throwing a challenge? I don't know if I can do it. I hate to admit it, but Spiky is completely right. We do have to throw the challenge. If we don't, we might merge and they're going to have 4 of the Surf and Turf players together. And that's a lot. We have to do it, guys. Winning Survivor is way more important than just one challenge. He's not wrong. Yeah, I think at long last, it's time to return to my old ways. Throwing the challenge for the sole purpose of voting out one player is very cutthroat. And while it goes kind of against my whole mantra of changing my ways, I'm also back in Survivor for another chance to win it. And to win Survivor, you gotta make big moves sometimes, so we do kind of have to do this. Wow, what a plan. I'm back on Survivor to be the master of strategy I always knew I could be. And this is my first chance to prove that. I've got the game in my hands right now, and taking out Mimi is a huge move. And I really want to do it. Yas, if we loses, I'm done's. I see thems. They're over there schemings, without me's. I'm all alone's, and the 4 of thems are against me's.
But believe me, I'm not done yet. At this challenges, I'm gonna bring out the best Mimi magics you've ever seen before. Looking at our tribe, it's definitely strange because the only players I really trust are Spring and Wally. Spring and Lenny are pretty close, and then so are Wally and Turtle. But for me, I've got no one else. Except Mimi, of course, assuming he's still around. I've had an idea. What are you thinking? Well, in this entire game, besides us three, who's the one player we trust? That would be Mimi. Exactly. And everything for us in this game rides on us making the merge with him. I'd agree. 4 strong's pretty important. So therefore, what's the worst thing that can happen right now? Mimi goes home. I'm starting to see what you're saying. If we go to Tribal next, we can guarantee his safety, and with us 3, we can guarantee our safety too. What were we thinking last challenge? He could be out by now. We should have gone to Tribal then too. Yeah, but assuming he's still around, which I hope he is, if we throw the next challenge, we're guaranteed the merge with 4 of us. This is a fun plot. I like it. And if he's not there, we try to win. I love Sharky's idea, because if we merge with 4 of us in an alliance, we're in a great spot. So hopefully tonight we can lose the challenge and protect Mimi and vote out one of our own, because we know that us 3 are safe. Mimi could be totally fine. He could be in deep trouble, or he could be out already. We really have no idea. One thing we do know for certain though, is that in this tribe, we're feeling safe. So might as well eliminate variables and save Mimi and get rid of one of our own. We all agree though, no word to the others. That would be idiotic. Every day that passes, I get more nervous about my chances if we go to Tribal, because I feel like I'm kind of on the outs. I've got Spring, but that's really it. So my big plan right now is just to win this challenge, and then once we get to the merge, hopefully I'll be fine there. It's a big challenge. Could change everything in the merge. It seems like around camp, all anyone can talk about is the merge. Because we're all really excited for it, especially me. I've got Fire, who I'm very close with, and then Mimi and Wally, as well as both of their alliances. It should be great if it happens, and hopefully it does. I hope it's the last tribe challenge. Merging is way more fun. If we do end up throwing the challenge, it's going to be very hard for me, because both with Lenny, Turtle, and Fire, I see a path forward. The thing is, I know it's for the best of Mimi. It's just hard though, because on day 1, I was voted leader of my tribe, and both in Survivor and Life, that's something I take very seriously. I want to do what's best for my team. Alright guys, so we walk in there, if Mimi is still around, we throw it. It's a no-brainer, we have to. Come on in, guys! Tavulo, getting your first look at the new Nakuti. Josh, voted out at the last Tribal Council. Throw! Alright, are you ready for today's immunity challenge? Yes, sirs. Can't wait. Alright, Tavulo, I need it back. Thank you, Turtle. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. In today's challenge, you will have 2 tribe members holding a bucket for as long as they can. Everyone else is trying to throw marbles into the opposing team's bucket. Whichever tribe holds the weight of the bucket for the longest wins immunity. Tavulo, you have 1 extra member. Who's going to sit out? I'm sorry, Wally, it's got to be you. Well, okay. Alright, Wally's going to sit out. I'll give you a minute to strategize, get in position, and we'll begin.
Alright, for immunity. Survivors ready. Go!
I can't let scores.
Here we go.
Yeah! For 3!
Fluffy, you're supposed to miss.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Sharky misses.
Good job.
Here we go. Ow, Dakota. Sorry, Jeff. Nakuti would rather hit me than hit their target. Well, he's not wrong.
Yes!
Oz, I don't like it when they mix it.
And there's another! Come on, Fluffy, you can miss this.
Fluffy is on fire in this challenge.
What are you doing?
Whoops.
No! Oh, that wasn't even close. It's okay, Lenny, we're doing great.
Ooh, this is getting tough.
Alright, we got marbles spread everywhere. Currently 15 minutes in. It's 8 in the bucket of Spring and Turtle, and 10 in the bucket of Mimi and Tom.
I'm starting to feel it, Mimi.
Really?
I'm feeling bad, but I thought you'd be goods.
Turtle, I don't know if I can go much longer.
You gotta hang in there, Spring. We're fighting for immunity.
Alright, Fluffy's up. He's a perfect 7 for 7 so far.
Come on, you gotta miss.
Believe in yourself, Fluffy. You can miss this shot.
Yes! What?
It's the most miraculous shot I've ever seen.
Fluffy nails it. Oh, that might be it for me.
Come on, Spring.
I'm sorry, Turtle. You can do this.
Spring steps off. He's the first out of this challenge for the holders.
Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm about done too.
What?
Sorry, Mimi.
Oz, it just got so much worse.
Tom steps down. Now it's just down to Mimi and Turtle holding up the buckets.
Ugh, this is really tough.
Oz! Alright, big shot here. Nose! I'm losing my grips! Come on, Mimi. Fight! Fight!
Here we go. It's a pitiful attempt for Spiky. Luckily for Nakuti, Fluffy's back up again. I'm up first though, Jeff. Lenny has been solid in this challenge.
Oh boys, I'm starting to slip. Fluffies, you better mix it. I'm not even gonna look when I throw it. Come on, miss it. Come on!
Oh no.
Oz will not fall off.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't do it.
Is it over? Did we win?
Nakuti wins immunity.
Yes.
Darn it.
We did it.
Yay, he's safe.
This is good. Alright, after an incredible effort from both Mimi and Fluffy, Nakuti, you've won immunity. Come and get it. Thanks, Jeffs. Woos! Top 10s! And as for you, Tavulo, you've got a date with me at Tribal Council, where one of you will be the 6th player voted out and first member of our jury. You have the afternoon to decide who it's going to be. See you then. We lost, and Mimi is safe. Now the question is, who do we take with us to make sure we got the best shot going to the merge?
Well, there's a vote tonight, and that's just what we wanted. Mimi's safe, and the three of us have the numbers, so we're in a great spot.
Alright guys, no matter what, we gotta stay together. As long as it's us three and Mimi at the merge, I'm okay with whoever goes home.
Yes, us staying together is simple, but the hard part is, who do we take out?
Unfortunately, somebody has to go, and that's tough because I like everybody on this tribe. However, the whole goal of Survivor is to, well, survive. So our alliance is staying together and making the best choice for us, and however it's going to work best for us going forward in the game.
I think no matter what, Turtle has to stay, because he and I are great friends, and he's friends with Mimi too, so he has two connections with us as opposed to one, and at the merge, that'll be very useful. I agree with that, Wally. I think the best move right now is just keeping players around who are going to want to join our alliance at the merge.
And not go against us. I'm definitely worried tonight. I'm putting a lot of faith in Spring and hoping that he thinks that I have value to him.
I'm telling you, Spring, I'm loyal. Not just voting with you, but I'm serious about it. I want the final two to be winners. I think it'd be amazing to sit there with you. Believe me, Lenny, I have dreamed about it. 2 winners going deep into the game, it would be incredible. I think you and I are both well aware that as much as I need you to survive, you need me. Alright, well for tonight, the vote's on Fire, okay? Fire. Got it. Thank you.
I've tried building connections. I hope it's enough. I think Spring trusts me. I definitely don't trust him, but I hope he trusts me.
Turtle, you do know tonight you're 100% safe.
Alright, thanks Wally. I appreciate it. I know I can trust you. And Fire is too?
Well, you see, yes, he is.
Okay, so the vote's for Lenny?
Yes, 1000%.
I do trust Wally that I'm good to go, but for Fire, I'm not so sure. I know Fire's a strategy type player, and they probably are scared of him, but I want Fire to be around because I want options. I know beggars can't be choosers, but at the same time, if they want me to be in their alliance, it should keep me happy.
I'm gonna be honest, Fire. I think tonight you're an option. As I figured. Talk with Wally yet?
Yeah, that's where I got the feeling.
That's not great. Well, I'll take matters into my own hands. Thanks.
Back in Season 1, the exact same thing happened. I was playing with Turtle at Final 11, and I was in the bottom. But I survived and made the merge, and I think this time too, if I make the merge, I'll be in a great spot. So I've got work to do.
Weigh out your options, Spring. You keep me and Turtle around, come the merge.
We're with you guys.
I know, and I want that too. It's just there are a lot of options to weigh out, you know? I understand. I'm just coming to you as a guy who has nowhere else to turn and wants to work with you the rest of the game.
The best move for Spring is voting me out, because come the merge, I have big plans against him. But for right now, I think I've sold him on my story, and I'm hoping I can be kept around.
A storm is brewing. It's called the merge. And when it comes, do I want Fire or do I want Lenny? Right now, I still don't know. Alright, day 18, Tribal Council. Sharky, in one word, describe the feeling around camp right now.
One word.
Anticipation.
Oh, that's a great word choice.
And why is that? What are you guys anticipating?
I'd say the biggest thing we're anticipating is the merge. We're all making our plans for what we're going to do once we get there, and we're really excited.
Is that true for everyone? Fire, what about you? Well, of course I've made plans for it, and I'm excited for it, but I do feel like thinking about it too much right now is like putting the cart before the horse. We're not even there yet, and we gotta survive this vote. So of course, I want to make plans, but in order to act on those plans, I gotta get there first. Spring, do you find yourself more in the category of making plans for the merge, or just wanting to get there? Well, I never get too confident in Survivor, especially on this season, but at the same time, I'd say I'm more in the boat tonight of making plans versus surviving. And that's right there is the hard part of Survivor, because not everyone can have Spring's mindset. Somebody has to go home, so we all have to be thinking about, well, how do I survive tonight? You feeling safe, Lenny? Think you'll survive? You never know, Jeff. I thought my first season I was going home every single tribal, and yet I survived all of them. I think tonight I've made enough good bonds that I have a good shot, but you're always scared. And what about you, Turtle? How are your bonds that you formed?
I think the biggest thing is that my bonds are very genuine. The players I've aligned with are players I really like.
It is funny, Jeff, because I do really like everyone here. There's no one here that I really want to take out because of their personality. It's all strategy. And Fire, as a guy who's made it clear he loves strategy, that's either music to your ears or a death warrant. Well, it is kind of interesting because for the players in Power tonight, there are two strategies going forward, and I know what those two choices are. I just hope they make the right one for me. Without a doubt, Jeff, we've weighed our options. We know for us what's going to work best. Well, it seems that now, the only thing we don't know is who that best option is going to be. With that, it's time to vote. Wally, you're up.
I'm putting my faith in you, Wally. Hope you save my friend Fire tonight. I've told a few lies, and I hope it's enough. They better not make the smart move and vote me out. I know I'm in trouble, but this guy's far too dangerous. Spring, I'm telling the truth. I'm with you till the bitter end. Oh boy. I wish it could have worked out, but this game's complex and you didn't fit my plan. I'm sorry.
I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The animal voted out will be asked to leave Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Fire. Second vote, Lenny. That's 1 vote Fire, 1 vote Lenny. Third vote, Lenny. That's 2 votes Lenny, 1 vote Fire.
Oh boy.
The fourth vote, Lenny.
Aw, man. Thanks. Yeah, we're good.
The 6th player voted out of Survivor Best of the Beasts and first member of our jury, Lenny. Fair game, Spring. Best of luck.
Thanks, Lenny.
Lenny, the tribe has spoken. See you guys. Take it all in. You've got a 1 in 10 chance at $1 million. Grab your things, head back to camp. Good night. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next time on Survivor. Make your camp look tidy. You'll have guests arriving shortly. It's all smiles at the merge. We're finally back together. It's good to see you guys again.
Finally, individual challenges again.
But soon enough, the chaos ensues. We might be getting duped. Well, obviously I'm disappointed to be voted out, but at the same time, I consider myself lucky. I won the game my first time, and all I really wanted was to come play Survivor again and have more fun. And I did. I made friends, had a few alliances, and in general, it's a great game. So I'm excited to be on the jury and watch it all unfold. Cheering for spring.